folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, back with another Sims info/thoughts video. And hey, look, something that's not the Get Famous trailer for once. Yeah, decided to just start off with some footage of one of the live streams that I'm talking about in this video, because we got the Get Famous Fame and Reputation stream, we got the Maxis Monthly, which reveals first-person mode, and there's also a couple of other things about first-person mode that I want to talk about that I did not get to cover in my in-depth video on it that I already put up earlier. Singer UK also confirmed the last two live streams of the year, so I will be talking about those near the end of the video as well. So to start off with the Get Famous stuff, yeah, this was a pretty interesting live stream, and there was some stuff that I got to see that I didn't have the time to see before, like the award show thing with the Starlight accolades. So that is really cool that they added a couple more events to the calendar, although you can still have the events even if you don't have seasons, but yeah, you will see them on the calendar too. And yeah, it's interesting that they are connected to the lot traits. And I never actually got to see what Starlight Accolades is when you get to play through it, and thankfully they did do this on the stream. And your sim can get nominated for these awards, though unfortunately that did not happen to the Sim Gurus this time around, but the sim still somehow got into the award show anyways. And it is quite cool how this works, because you do have a sim that's designated as a host NPC show up. In this case, it's Moira Fires from Get Together, and she announces who's winning each award, and then the recipient actually comes up and does a little speech. So yeah, that's really cool. I can't wait to see what sorts of venues people will make with this event in mind. Also, they did run into Dirk Dreamer. Yes, that teenager from Pleasant View in The Sims 2, but now all grown up and is a proper celebrity. And one really neat thing that I really like is that you can get their autograph, not just from Dirk Dreamer, but any celebrity, and you actually get this little picture that you can put up on the walls. So yeah, this is pretty cute. There's some other noteworthy stuff that they went through as well on stream, including that kids can now use the mailbox, and you can receive fan mail, especially if you have the influencer perk, so you can receive some free stuff in the mail, but you can also receive fan mail from adoring fans. So yeah, that's a neat little touch too. And they did also confirm that it goes the other way as well. You can also receive hate mail. And this fan mail actually can affect your Sims a little bit, because there are messages that appear in the text notification system, and your Sims can get buffs depending on what the mail is as well. So there's this one here, and it says, "Kindness is beautiful and everyone is beautiful. I was bullied at a young age and it was hard, but I think it was so I can help people now, just like you do." The little heart at the end. So yeah, just some nice heartwarming little messages that can come up, or maybe some really hateful ones. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they thought of for those ones. But yeah, just something that I guess I'll have to see once I actually play the game for myself. They do talk more about the music station as well. This looks like a really fun object. That's another thing that I'm looking forward to playing with once the expansion is out. And yeah, you can see there, they renamed the song from "Don't Go Breaking My Dishwasher" to "Don't Go Breaking Kate's Heart," and they put some hashtags in there in the description because they can. And there's just a whole bunch of different things you can do with each song that you can produce on the music station, because there's all of these stems like vocals or bass or guitar, that sort of stuff, and you can turn them off individually. So it is basically working with how many layers that you want to for a song, and then you just take off the ones that you don't want. And yeah, you can even see there that you can play the music tracks on the in-game stereos, as well as the DJ stations from Get Together, and even the public speakers, Simgrugram said you can play on those and gain some fame while you're at it. So it's a really interesting way of just marketing yourself and gaining some fame. But overall, pretty cool stream, and it was over an hour and a half long, so I will just leave a link to the replay in the video description below if you want to watch the whole thing yourself. But let's move on to first-person view, and the first thing I want to address is the development of it, because I have been getting some concerns that it was taking away time from other features that are more wanted, but that's not actually the case. SimGuru Steve clarified this on Twitter. He says, if it's not absolutely positively clear, first-person camera was added by basically one person on his off time. It started as a joke working late one night, and we added a little more official effort to polish it a little. Camera smoothing, don't draw the head, keyboard input. And then he says, then SimGuru Ghost continued to add features on his own time, like interactions, go here, releasing the mouse for UI, allowing the camera on pets, etc. At some point, he was asked if this will affect your terrain manipulation work, since he also did work on that feature. First-person camera can be cut, and Greg made sure that it didn't. So hopefully that clears things up for you if you were confused about that. So this did not take any time away from anything else that they may be working on at the moment. So no, just because they worked on first-person camera does not mean that your favorite feature from a past game is not returning. And one thing that SimGuru Steve mentioned while showing off first-person on the Maxis monthly livestream is that how you make your Sims go into another room is that you right-click on either a door or just anywhere on the wall, and then it will go through, and then the go here command can be executed on the other side of that wall. So that's how you do it. I was a little confused about that. I wasn't sure how to do that while I was at Sims Camp, so it is good to have some clarification on that. And one really interesting little tidbit that Graham mentioned that I had no idea about is that you can change field of view while in first-person camera mode. Simply use the mouse wheel to adjust it. It can be very helpful for feeling more comfortable if first-person makes you a little queasy. Alright, yeah, I'll definitely make sure to try that out once I get to play around with this feature again. And he also posted this funny picture here. Ever wondered how ghosts who wear a pumpkin on their head see the world? Wonder no more. Yes, Graham, asking the important questions. But yes, that is a really interesting way of showing off first person, because yeah, with the outfit that the sim is wearing, it does change your perspective a little bit because you're just seeing through the eyes and the mouth of the pumpkin. If you haven't seen my footage from Sims Camp on first person mode, then I will leave a link to that in the video description below. But to just overall summarize my thoughts on this feature, I am in love with this. This might actually be my favorite free feature that they've added to The Sims 4 so far, because not only does it put a fresh perspective on literally everything that your sim does, it's also a feature that's pretty much brand new. Like, I know I mentioned that it was a cheat in the console version of The Sims 1, but that was a long time ago, and that's the only Sims game that's had it. It's never even appeared on the PC version before. And I do think that, as badly as I really want things from previous games like cars and spiral stairs, The Sims 4 does need some more actual, new features that helps the game stand out on its own merits, rather than just trying to remake a lot of features with varying degrees of results. And I definitely think that first person will help The Sims 4 stand out in that regard. So hopefully some other cool stuff like this can happen in the future, especially since most of the huge fan requests are out of the way at this point. And I do hope that one of those things would be to expand on this feature by adding controlling your Sims directly, like with WASD, or even maybe have it controller compatible so you can control with the analog stick, so you have even more directional input. I would love that. I absolutely love that feature on The Sims 2 for consoles. That really helped me feel more engaged with the game and my Sims. Alright, so about the future live streams, SimGuru Kate says, quick update on live streams for the remainder of 2018. We have 2 more scheduled. This Friday's EP6 stream, which is the one that's going to focus on Del Sol Valley and Build By, and December's Maxis Monthly on December 4th. Outside of these two streams, we will be going dark the remainder of the year for some stream setup upgrades. We will return in 2019 on January 8th with our first Maxis Monthly of the year, and we'll restart our bi-weekly Guru Garages. We will miss hanging out with you while we are away, but I think SimGuru Steve may be planning an idle live stream during our downtime. I hope so. Hashtag Bob Squad. But yeah, that's interesting to already have confirmation of the next two Maxis Monthly live streams. So looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm okay with less live streams as they upgrade their stuff. I have noticed they've had some sound issues here and there, so would be good if they can get that sort of stuff fixed. But yeah, interesting. What could be in the Maxis Monthly live streams? I don't know. Well, I think with December, it's a pretty safe bet, in my opinion, that we'll get more free holiday DLC, because we do get that every year, but of course, they always break their perceived patterns from our perspectives anyways. Not really so much patterns to them, but to us, yes. But yeah, I don't know. They've done so much holiday DLC at this point. I don't think there's really much more that they can do, especially now that they have release seasons and they have the gift giving and the Father Winter NPC, so they've covered all of that stuff too now. And for January, hopefully they'll reveal something interesting in that Maxis Monthly. Maybe they'll even reveal more than one thing, since it is the first one of the year. I don't want to get my hopes up unrealistically high, but I mean, it's not impossible in my opinion. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I mean, I want to focus a little bit more on the near future, like Get Famous and the massive update that we're going to get just before it next week. And speaking of the nearer future, SimGuru Kate also confirmed important dates for Get Famous. So yeah, November 9th is the Del Sol Valley and Build by livestream, as I already mentioned. Then November 13th at 10 a.m. is the pre-EP6 and terrain manipulation patch release, so that's when all of us will be getting all those free features. Then on November 14th at 8 a.m. Pacific time is the Game Changer Early Access Embargo Lift. So yes, I will be getting early access for Get Famous, and hopefully, I'm not going to 100% promise anything because next week is going to be pretty hectic and I want to do an update overview video on the free features as well. But I will try to have my first episode of my Get Famous Let's Play up as soon as the embargo lifts. And then November 16th is when The Sims 4 Get Famous is released worldwide for everybody. So there's quite a lot of things happening, and don't forget, for those of you who play on consoles, Seasons will be releasing on November 13th as well. So whether you're playing on PC or consoles, there's something to be excited about. And that wraps up another Sims info/thoughts video. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on all the stuff covered with Get Famous today, as well as first person, and any predictions you might have for the next couple of Maxis Monthlies. And be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe, because it lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!